Hello, everybody. We're going to be starting the stream in a few minutes now. Get your questions in on the right side. I already see a couple of names in here. I am Rappy. What's going on, man? Crispy. How's it going, guys? If you're on Twitter or YouTube, it doesn't matter. Just get your questions in, and we'll get over the coverage of the game. Also, some of the big news that kind of came down right before the game as well. So we'll get started in a few minutes, everybody. Cheers. Hey guys, we're going to be starting in exactly 2 minutes from now. 2 minutes, we're going to be officially starting the stream. So get your questions in on the right side. We're going to be going over some of the news notes, also the post-game show for the Vancouver Canucks. It was an interesting affair tonight, a little bit better of an effort, but the tank continues on, boys. The tank is on. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Cheers. I really need to time that better. What's going on, guys? It's Jacob Doodle here. Welcome to the Vancouver Canucks post-game show. I am your man, Jacob Doodle, and we're going to be talking about all the Vancouver Canucks shenanigans today, including another successful day for all the Team Tank people out there, and there's quite a few of them for sure. But first, let's just see who exactly is in here. Duolingo, I see ya. Kevin, Brian, what's going on, man? Kevin, I see ya, brother. Crispy. Hey, guys, nice to have you guys in here. We'll get to the comment section in a second. I just want to quickly say, overall, though, I thought the guys played pretty well today. I thought they put in a pretty good, decent effort. And the thing is, we're in such a weird situation right now because I think most people would fair to say that they want to lose more than they want to win right now. But at the same time, losing is a little depressing too. So it's kind of like a little bit of a mix there. But for me personally, we're not going to make the playoffs. It's pretty evident we're not going to make the playoffs, and because of that, I'm pretty happy with things how they're going right now with the results specifically. I just want to get some good efforts in and the boys to play a little bit better. And tonight they played better. The last few games were an absolute abomination, but tonight they played better tonight, so we can give them credit for that. Also, it's interesting to see with the Vancouver Canucks team where they stand. And guys, we have basically 5 points clear now from the bottom, because 4 technically, but we hold the tiebreaker there, so that's something interesting. So let's get into the comment section. Oh, and before we actually get into that, I just want to say thank you everybody for hanging out. If you guys want to be a part of this show, drop a comment over there on the right side or left side or wherever you guys are on YouTube. You can also leave a comment on Twitter. And you guys can become subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the regular season. It would be amazing if you guys want to join us and this awesome community here that you guys built. And you guys can also super chat if you guys want to leave some donations, buy me some coffee or something, or become memberships if you guys want to have custom emojis and stuff like that. All right, so let's get into it right off the bat. Team shirt is different without Sherwood. One sec here. I was gonna make it a little bigger. Team shirt is different without Sherwood driving an energy line in the last, or Sherwood driving the energy line in the last 2 games. Yeah, it's pretty evident when Sherwood's not around. The guys are just not. They don't have as much energy. But tonight they did have energy, right? Like tonight, I would say they put in a pretty decent effort overall. There's not really too much to be critical of, except for maybe sitting Tom Willander, which was kind of a crazy decision in my opinion. I don't get it. I don't know why I just clicked myself there. Hey Crispy, what's going on, man? Duolingo, what's going on? Duolingo says, trade everyone. Which Canucks fan believes we can win with our long-term no movement clauses on Besser, PD, Demko, DeBrusk, Garland, and Marcus Pettersson? Well, let's just slow it down here. Okay. So Besser's probably going to be the toughest guy to move out of that group. I think there's going to be enough people that would be interested in PD even with that contract. I think that's a movable contract. Demko, you know what? Maybe Demko might be the hardest because of the injuries right now. Yeah, maybe we'll go in that route. DeBrusk, I think you can move DeBrusk, and Garland, you can definitely move him. And people are always looking for defensemen, so you can move Marcus. So if the Canucks decided, hey, we're going to go out and we're going to move some of these veterans, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to move a number of those guys. I'm pretty confident in that. Duel says we're complete garbage, don't deserve all the excellent content creators plus loyal fans like you. Well, I appreciate the nice comments. We have some really amazing YouTube content creators out there, especially in the Canucks sphere. Just awesome guys. And I don't want to call anybody specifically because then I'm going to miss people and then they're going to get annoyed. I'm not going to do it, but you guys know who they are. They're all around. They're incredible people. And yeah, I love doing this, and I'm happy that you guys are with me on this. It's fun. At this club. So Duel's not having a good day. But hey, like you wanted to be in the team tank, right? Or the losing aspect of it to get a better pick. So in a weird way, you should be kind of happy in that note. Hey Kevin, what's up, buddy? I think PD and Besser are sleepers. Demko too. They are all in to get they are all in on it to get a few years draft picks. Can you type that a little better? I just don't understand what you're trying to say. Sorry. Rappy, given the probable finish near the bottom, do you hope they win the #1 overall pick and take McKenna, or draft second and have another team? I want the #1 pick, and I hope they pick McKenna. I've been pretty adamant about this. I think McKenna's the guy. I understand he didn't have the greatest World Juniors when it comes to like pure skill and talent. Yes, he was feeding on some of the bottom teams, but he is just such an amazing talent. He might take an extra year or two, so maybe like 4 or 5 years in the NHL before he really gets to that top peak. He'll be in the NHL within a couple of years, but it might take a little bit longer for him to reach that elite level. I think he will. As for Stenberg, he's also amazing. The guy is really, really good. But if right now, I'm still leaning McKenna. I know maybe am I in the minority now? I think it's pretty split 50-50. Maybe we can do that as a poll question here. Not a bad idea. But if you're, what would I rather do, the first or just pick number 2 and pick whoever's remaining? Still want that first pick. I want the feeling of winning, man. You know, it would be nice. Sherwood, Kane, and even Garler on the outs of this convo still working their trade values up. Kane, I don't think he had a great game tonight. He had a better game last game. Garland tonight, again, better game last game. I thought he was all right. And Sherwood's still hurt, so he's going to be gone for at least week 2, maybe even 3, worst case scenario. You know what? Someone told me this, hot take. I don't know if this is a hot take, but he's like, hot take. Sherwood's not going to play another game in a Vancouver Canucks uniform. What do you think? Because they're saying, basically, if he's close to ready to be healthy, they don't want to risk him getting hurt again. Got to trade him within that time. Also, another people are wondering if it affects trade value with injuries. Maybe not so much, a little bit, but he's had a pretty good history with his injuries. He doesn't get injured a lot, and it's not a long-term injury, so I doubt it. Carlson, Sasson, the young D are the future. I think Hoglander's been holding back. Not sure what's going on with Hog these days, man. I don't think he has a point still. Does he not have a point still all this time? It's just, he's just slow on the rebound, on the just getting the skating going right now. I just don't know what's going on. Sasson is getting better every game. Carlson's been really good. So that's nice. Brian is full blown on the team tank. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Hey, man. How's it going, buddy? Much love. Thanks, man. Canucks don't deserve you. Man, that's nice of you to say, but I'm nothing special. I'm just a Canucks fan like you guys covering the team, man. Hey, what's up, Dory? Draft clarification. In my preoccupation with the Ottawa pick forfeited, does the 15 move up and in if there's a trade for one that might have pop? Now, if you don't move up, number 13 pick is the one. That's a little bit confusing how you worded that. Rappy answered, though. Yes, the team below just moves up. If you finish last, our pick is in the second round, technically becomes a yes. So in a weird, in a really funny, funky way, guys, in a really funky way, the Vancouver Canucks, if they finish last place, are going to have a minimum of 3 first-round draft picks because of the Ottawa situation. So it's like, it's as late as it possibly can get, but hey, it would be like a first-rounder in any other year. So just something, funny little thing. Actually, I have a video of Dave Hall coming up either tomorrow or the day next, so look forward to that one too. It's going to be completely on the draft, some of the players that we like. Mega, what's going on, man? Adam Foote needs to be fired. First, you bench Bouillon, now Willander, healthy scratch, and in a close game. I only play PD 15-28. David Kampf had more time this game, and Kane had 2 minutes more. Kane, they're probably showcasing. Makes a little bit more sense. Kampf, I guess technically they're showcasing, but like people know what he is. I think it's crazy, personally, to have in any game David Kampf more minutes than PD bearing some sort of injury situation. It should not happen. So obviously something got messed up there with the way he allocated minutes, because that should never happen. I think that's pretty fair to say. As for the healthy scratches situations, man, it drives me nuts. And you know what? I'll put this up on the screen too. You guys can type. It drives me kind of nuts. I understand he wants to rotate these young guys in and out because they're not used to the schedule. I get all that. I understand sitting a young guy once in a while. I get all that. But Tom Willander has been arguably our second best defenseman. He's been arguably our second best D-man this year. And not only that, he had one bad game. And what kind of a message do you send that guy when he has one bad game in a month? He was so good for that month that he sits immediately the next game. I call BS on that. I don't like the reasoning on it, and he should not be sitting, period. That's my take. That's my take. Personally, I don't think he should be sitting. Booyam, maybe it made a little bit more sense because he had 3 or 4 pretty tough games, let's be honest. But Willander had one bad game. One. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. I got to move this, sorry, on the vertical. My face is in the wrong spot there. I don't even know how I can move that around there. Let me see. Just give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can move that around. There we go. Oh, that's really small for you guys, eh? Is there any way I can do this for you guys a little bit better? I guess not. I'll have to figure out next time, next stream, so I'll just remove that then. But, yeah, so there's that, all right? DeBrusk to the Oilers for a 2027 first and second. I would be so, I don't know if DeBrusk can get a first rounder. I know per reports on the insiders that they are interested, right? The Edmonton Oilers are interested in Jake DeBrusk, but I don't know. I don't know if that might be a little bit much to get for DeBrusk. By the way, let's get into some of this stuff before we, because there's so much to get into. Quickly, let's get over the game here. We lost 2-1. Decent effect a game. Pettersson, Petey scores again, assisted by a great play by Carlson, and Carlson won that puck battle. Boom, straight to Petey. Petey snipe. Very nice. Petey has 5 goals in 9 games, guys. He's heating up. He's playing much better now, and that's really good news for the Vancouver Canucks because they're still, their draft position's looking good, and also Petey is scoring again. But the bigger news today with Petey, and it was really surprising, and I have it here for you guys, right here. Let me see if I can make this full screen for you guys a little bit better. I guess not. All right. So, on Pettersson, okay? This was on Insider Trading. So, this is Canucks News summaries with the recap. Basically, they went and said, so Drager said, willing to listen to just about anyone on their roster. Might be open to trading him forward, have not talked to his agent about a trade, but the Canucks are listening and will continue to listen on him. And how they reported this was very interesting. It did feel, maybe it was my bias or not, it did feel like he kind of knew something a little bit there, because there has been rumblings now for 3 to 4 days that they are looking to potentially trade Petey, or at least listening into, hey, what can work, where can he go, and things like that. And with Pettersson playing a lot better now, it definitely would increase that odds if they decide to go that route. Again, I personally, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I would keep Petey around. Worst case scenario, he'll be our second line center. We go out and we hope we can draft a top line center eventually in the next 3 years. But that is a really interesting report. What do you guys think about that in the comments? Let's hear it. All right. So let me catch up a little bit now. Camp is a caught cannon fodder. Yes, team, we covered that. I want to lose, but have to effort to play the young guys. Yep. I think that's a lot of people are in that boat right now. Yeah. Okay. Does that number 15 team get in the lotto? That's a great question. I'm not sure. I'm not worried about the playoffs. Yeah, I don't think many people are right now, unfortunately. Hey, Simon, what's going on, man? Nice to have you in here, brother. What's your opinion about Vancouver? Should they do moves, in your opinion, and for what trades they should do, Mr. Jake? Thanks for the question there. Well, I think it's they're obvious ones. So let's just start with the obvious ones. Sherwood and Kane should be moved here fairly soon, within the next 3 weeks. I think there's a pretty decent chance that happens, or at least one of them. Kane might take a little bit longer until the deadline. As for any more trades, I would say the most likely to unlikely would be DeBrusk. Would be the most likely out of the guys, like the Besser Demko crew, right? Maybe Garland if you really want to go that route, but I would say DeBrusk is probably the next guy interesting. But I don't know if the Canucks want to do that. He's an interesting player. I know. I can tell Adam Foote doesn't like the guy that much. Okay, maybe not. Doesn't like is the wrong way to phrase it, but Adam Foote seems to be a little bit hard on him because, you know, he kind of disappears. Then he plays great and he disappears. He's an odd player, but what do you guys think on that? So I think that's how the route would kind of go. 13 balls in bubble, there should be better odds, so it's all speculation. Interesting. If Ottawa finishes in the lottery spot, they don't know that I don't know might just mean 14 teams and better odds. What Food should do is put Besser with PD. Yeah, man, like they've tried these lines now, but the problem is like the Carlson PD line is so good right now. Do you touch it? Like that's easily been our best line for a while. I think you just hold the line there. Besser just needs to figure it out, man. It's a confidence issue here. He hasn't scored in 20 plus games, right? I mean, we got the best corner in the show, and we get live to the playoff teams or 32. Well, a lot of people went into this season pretty optimistic. Man, I had them at 97 points. I'm not here to hide it. I was very optimistic going into this season. I was. I don't know why. I kind of got the hype got to me personally, but we did have a ton of injuries, but they were like gambles, right? They're pretty big gambles. Didn't pay out. So, yeah, man, I'm stunned. Like, I knew we were going to, like, if we had some injuries, I knew it would be bad. I never thought it would be last place. And, like, clearly we are the worst team in the league right now. I'm just watching these games. Like, tonight was a lot better, but the last few games, like, come on. Like, we're getting absolutely steamrolled, man. There's a chance they get the pick back under appeal. I think so. We don't. That's a good point. Interesting. I'm just tired of the BS. Kevin said I'll be happy if we got Marcus Pettersson traded for the first this year or reversal. Marcus Pettersson's an interesting name. I don't know if a team would give a first. Maybe. It's possible. We obviously paid a first to get him. But he's you need some veterans that are like really good guys. And Marcus Pettersson, on that defense to train a lot of those, or to, help that culture out in the defense. He's not one of the OG guys like Besser and Demko and all of them. I would keep him around personally. I think we need some of these veterans like him, especially with Tyler Myers going to be gone in a couple years too. I wouldn't mind keeping Marcus Pettersson around. But like I said, he's not one of those original guys. If you still want him to reset, you can still do it and keep Pettersson around. Firefighter, hey, what's up, man? Is this the first time I've seen you on here, my man? Nice to have you on here on the YouTube mobile there. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate you. Become a subscriber and all that lovely stuff. San Jose seems a bet, but they are a playoff team on now. Their Edmonton pick, if Edmonton loses, Hyman is at 13. I don't like McKenna. He reminds me of how high our hopes were for Virtanen. Stenberg is more solid. The thing about both of Stenberg and McKenna are pretty clearly the top guys that a lot of people want. And from all the draft experts, I don't think either or we're looking at a bad situation. Like, if we get one of those two guys, it's best case scenario. Now, if we get third, well, then you can start debating guys like Reed and Lawrence and a guy like Ethan, right? And Verhoff. Like, those would be interesting guys to look at in that territory. But if we get either of those two guys, I think people would be pretty damn excited. Utah, Seattle, New Jersey today, 16-13. By the way, tank day today, pretty much everybody lost. Pretty much everybody won except for Calgary. So the tank nation's really happy today for sure. I actually noticed Kane driving the net several times tonight with speed, and our line mates in Besser were just too slow. Interesting. I thought Kane was better last game than this game, but that was interesting. Maybe I'll go back and take a look at that. I was saying about PD Demko and Besser, they are all on Team Tank Hoglander too. What's up? Nothing is perfect. We have Russ in here, a great content creator. Go show him some love. Nice to have you in here, Russ, man. EP40 may need less minutes due to an injury. That's an interesting take. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's right. But still, less than David Kampf? No, not less than David Kampf. Maybe less minutes, but not less than David Kampf. Let's not kid ourselves, man. We know what David Kampf is. It's not a shot at him, but he's a fourth-line center, right? No fourth-line center should be playing over our $11.7 million center, regardless if he's playing at the very top of his level or not. And Petey's been playing good recently. He's been playing good. I think that's not a controversial take, is it? Petey shouldn't shouldn't get any minutes. Good thought there on EP40 and 40 chest by foot to remain in bottom 3. You know, there's people who think he's like a tank commander right now. Lecky's still down, and Abby should make everything obvious. There's Caleb Malhotra at 17 and Ryan on 20. We need to trade for both Boston picks, Garland and Sherwood. So tomorrow, when I drop my Dave Hall video together, we're going to be going over these scenarios exactly. Just to give you a little bit of a spoiler, I did mention potentially trading our second rounder and the Minnesota first rounder, plus whatever we get in that Sherwood trade. So if it's like not everything, but if we get our second, to move up in that spot, because I think Malhotra is going to go in that 10 to 17 range. The issue with that is centers and defensemen, especially centers and defensemen, always seem to get picked higher up. Wingers usually start dropping, usually smaller wingers start dropping. And also right-handed defensemen go up higher. So there's not a ton of centers in this draft in that first round, especially at the top end. I can see a team reaching really early on a Malhotra. So also, a lot of people think recently he's been starting to trend up, even ahead of Lawrence, which is real interesting for sure. I'm perfectly on the side of trading up, moving up with that bottom half of the draft to get some more talent there in the middle. I'm 100% okay with that. Adam Foote couldn't play regular chess. I think it's a good idea. By the way, randomly, my grandfather built a chessboard made out of he literally went to a tree, chopped the tree down, or not, I don't know if I thought it was probably some broken ass tree, but whatever. Got it, and he actually created this really amazing wooden chess piece that he really, with woodworking, really, really nicely done. I have it here somewhere in my house. Maybe I'll show you guys one day, but it's amazing. Really nice. From scratch. Pretty cool. The only reason to play Jove is the tank. You know what? He's been playing all right recently, to be honest. That's not even the aspect. I just want the young guys to play more. And I want them to be able to make mistakes and not get immediately sat after. Guys, you need some accountability with the veteran guys too. Marcus Pettersson hasn't been great recently. You know, maybe he can sit and watch a game, right? Tyler Myers hasn't been amazing. Maybe he can sit and watch a game. Just play the guys who deserve to play. I'm okay with that. Young or old, doesn't matter. That's me personally. I think he just flips his chessboard after the first pawn is moved. I don't think we got first round pick for Sherwood, a second round prospect. I've been saying this before, and I'll say it again. I think it's going to be a second and third for Sherwood. The Canucks are apparently pushing for a first, a really good prospect, and another pick. I think we're going to get, I'm hoping for at least a first or a 2 seconds, but I think it's going to end up to be a second and third round pick, personally. Carolina wants PD. Well, they've had interest in PD for a long time now. So definitely there. Macker Gold, what's up, buddy? EP40's raising his trading stock. Yeah, man. PD's been playing way better now. Way better. And it's nice to see, man. It really is nice to see. I'm in a minority too of keeping PD. But if Buffalo gives us 2 firsts and some A prospects, it'll be a 3 to 5 year rebuild. Well, that's the thing, right? Of course, if someone goes out and gives us a haul for PD, then you think about it. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think you would probably just be better to keeping him around. But if you want to reset this entire culture, right? Well, then you go and you get rid of PD and Besser, right? And maybe even Demko, right? But that would be a monumental change, which I just don't think they're going to go out and do, personally. Hot take. We're now wasting Hronek. His value is at a high. As it will ever be, it will get us back a haul. We can't get any worse. No, you keep him around. He signed for a while, man. Let me take a quick look here. Hronek contract. So Hronek right now is on year 2 of 8 at 7.2. You keep him. He's going to be our number 1 defender for a long time. He's still decent age guy. You keep him around. He can be around in 3-4 years when we're really turning this around, and he can still be that guy for us. I wouldn't trade him. I think PD and Besser have the best years ahead of them. Naz and JT Miller are good example players peaking later. Interesting. So Kevin's really on that board. Petey already peaked early. Like just getting him back to close to what he did in that one season, I think people would be insanely ecstatic for that. Besser's been struggling recently, and he just needs his confidence back. But it would be nice to see Brock Besser go out and start scoring again, man. It pains me, man. Like, Brock Besser is such a good guy. We all know how good he is. He's working hard. It's not like he's coasting out there. It's just not going in, man. And he's not shooting as much. Last game he shot more. Let me take a quick look at the box score here. Brock Besser tonight, he had just the one shot, right? So Alto had 4 shots tonight. Jake DeBrusk with 4 shots tonight, by the way. I guess I'll leave this up for you guys for a sec here. You guys can take a look. Actually, we'll put this up here for a sec for you guys. Garland still has no trade protection until July. Good take. Forgot about that. Will Demko be moved? The bigger question is, would a team take Thatcher Demko with all the injuries he's been going on and having? That's the bigger question. Would a team do it? Honestly, if I was a team right now, I would say no. The guy apparently has multiple injuries now, and he has a massive history of injuries. And he has a massive, not a massive long contract, but a decent priced contract coming up as well. Like, that would be a crazy gamble for a team to make at this moment, no matter how good Demko is. Actually, Grant would be the best value now. So Kevin's on the team trade Hronek. I wouldn't. Carlson was just as good as Sasson and Doc. Drew O'Connor has been great this year, worth every penny. Sasson has been progressing, getting better every single game. He's going to be a regular for us. Good young player. A lot better than I thought he was going to be at this time. I knew he was going to be decent, but he's trending really well. And Carlson, man, like, these 3 guys are putting in the work, man. They're putting in the work. But I need to see Carlson start getting more minutes now. Like, he's getting, 11 to 13 minutes? Like, what do you have tonight? Carlson tonight had, the 14 minutes tonight. Let's get him up over 18. Let's see if he can handle it. Sell Hyatt. So we have a hand in the table here for the Cowboy Poker Games for the trades this month. I feel the bull in the shoe. Interesting. See you on Friday for the train stream. I said, I would actually, you know what? I thought there was going to be something on that Friday stream, and that didn't happen, unfortunately. But by the way, this has been a crazy stream, eh? We have over 323 people here combined on Twitter and on YouTube. So thanks for hanging out. Holy crap. And we're just getting started here. If you guys want to help support the channel, think about becoming a subscriber. It would be amazing if you guys joined this community. We have a very active, awesome community in here. Drop a like on this stream. It really does help. And there's other ways of supporting too. You can become members and other things like that. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. It's great. Let's keep going. This should be a second line and Hog PD Besser first line. What do you guys think? Isles can put him in Bridgeport. Besser, it's been ever since his dog suddenly passed away and hits him pretty hard. I can see that. Yeah, it's possible. I consider my dog completely a part of my family. I would be devastated if he passed away suddenly. Definitely could be, but it's been a little while now. Hopefully he's found some peace on that. And that's, like I said, like, everybody loves Brock Besser, man. Like, we all love the guy. And I'm sure it's like, it pains him that he's not scoring right now too. Like, I believe in him. I do believe he's going to figure it out. Like, I really, truly do. I just think he needs to get that first one, man. Just needs to get that first one. I'm not going to lie, Hammer's on a Tuesday. It is what it is. Not proud of it. I don't know what that means. Sasson almost had as much PD time-wise. Interesting. Ratu has been more face-offs than Cav. Should have more face-offs. That's Ratu. Ratu actually had a feature on his face-offs today. Did you guys catch that? Get the number 13. It's house money. Rather take multiple picks than gamble to move up. No, man. This draft, like, there's going to be guys that are going to fall, but man, we need talent, as like top end-ish as talent as we can get. I understand using more bullets with the second rounders, and the second rounders could be really good players too. But if you have a chance to get another top guy like a Malhotra, there's some other guys in that range too, man. I say you go for it, man. Wingers are going to start dropping a bit too. Maybe even at 20 range, you might actually have a winger. Like, what if Vigo or what if Bjork there? What if he starts dropping? right? What if some of these smaller guys start dropping? Maybe some of the smaller defensemen too, right? What's that one guy called? Starts with a V. Forgot his name. He's a smaller defenseman, right? Team Tank. What's up, Swervin? Nice to have you here, man. Our second is basically another first. Yep, it sure is. Number 1, number 2, number 13 on draft day. Worst case, but if it's number 13 hits, it's magic. Don't draft Malhotra. He'll come here on his own eventually and join his hometown team. There you go. That's 40 chess right there from Unplugged, man. Nice to have you in here, man. Whatever. Hire Uncle Steve Nash. Man, the genes in that family are unreal, eh? All great athletes. Hey, Swervin. Myers with Bouillum looked amazing tonight. Yeah, Bouillum had a great game, man. Bouillum got whatever message you were trying to send. He had his best game he's had in a little while. So, yeah, man, I was very pleased with Bouillum. And I just hope they don't coach the creativity out of these guys. This has been one of my kind of criticisms for a little while with this coaching staff. Like, I worry that first week Bouillum was zigging and zagging and doing like all these crazy offensive aggressive moves, kind of felt like Quinn a little bit. And then like a week later, suddenly now he's just like trying to do positional stuff. And it's just like, let the guy be a talented player. Don't just overcoach him. Be careful with that. I think that's important. But hey, I'm not a coach. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I wouldn't trade Hughes, but the train has sailed. Draft cookies, nom nom nom. An entry team goalie, perhaps. Expose Demko when the time comes. Will Demko decide to be healthy when they have 3 or 4 things? Who knows, man? Demko, I just want him to get healthy, man. We need the guy in the future. Worst case scenario, we can go and trade the guy when he gets healthy if you don't want to have him a part of this rebuild. I don't think we can honestly get any value out of Demko. I agree, man. Not right now, anyway. Not with the injuries. Kevner's here. Hey, what's up, Rev? We have Rev Trev in here, man. Nice to have you in here. Great YouTube content creator. You do great work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. I think Ogren will be the biggest piece of the huge trade down the road. Well, another good game tonight, man. Ogren was good again tonight. Ogren tonight, even though he was just minus 113, I did notice him tonight. So that was very, very interesting. All right, guys, before I get back to the comments here, this is actually some interesting stuff here. So this is from Bruce Gerich, right? So Ottawa scouting the Canucks. Steve Stais scouted the Canucks when they faced the Habs, and it wasn't preparation for the game tonight. The Senators are looking for a right-handed defenseman, are actively looking for a top 6 forward, and have been since last May. Mentions how the Senators would be interested in Hronek. We're not doing it. Garland, Sherwood, and DeBrusk. Senators would have to make the Canucks an offer they can't refuse in order to get Hronek. Have been told the Canucks won't trade Myers, which has been consensus now for a little while. Travis Green is a huge fan of Garland. His name has surfaced up in the trade market. Remember that. Asking price is high for Sherwood, and 20 teams have shown interest. So that's really, really interesting there. What do you guys think about all that? Let me hear it in the comments section. So the Senators look like they want to go out and potentially go. This is Chris Johnson now. Players not named Sherwood, okay? Have been trade discussions around the veteran players, and these have expanded recently. Is hearing Garland's name out there a fair bit right now? Kane's name is making the rounds too. Not looking to stripping it to the floor, but are looking to do some variety of things. Business is picking up around the Vancouver Canucks. The front office scouting staff are conducting meetings this week. Interesting. One way or another are moving into their rebuild, transitioning into their rebuild, remember? Are worried more about their draft odds than their playoff odds. They know what they are. They have seen enough. Now, this is about Sherwood. Is an obvious player to move, has tons of value, and is the easiest asset they can sell. Have received offers of a second-round pick and a pretty good prospect for him, but haven't accepted. So this is Chris Johnson saying they have already received offers of a second-rounder and a decent prospect, which was kind of my range. I would have already accepted, especially if he says good prospect. So that's maybe even a little higher than my range. But then it tells you to acquire him. But the price is a first-round pick and a prospect. That's what the Canucks are trying to get. understands that his injury will keep him out a couple of weeks and doesn't know if there's any impact on his trade value. Not hearing the injury is anything too serious. There's a chance he's played his last game as a Canuck. We actually mentioned that a little bit earlier. Mentions that the Stars, Devils, Maple Leafs, and the Rangers are either interested or a clear fit. A lot of teams in contention will find a reason to acquire him. Some teams will acquire him wanting to extend him while others won't. Stars and Lightning, for example, might want him as just a rental. So there's a lot there on Sherwood. What's your guys' thoughts? Let me hear it right there. Let's continue on here. Here we go. Hawks, PD, Besser, yes, please. And the young guys, Sasson, centering, Carlson, and Doc. On Thursday, Minnesota and Winnipeg are heading to a head-to-head. A win for Minnesota helps our lottery pick. A win for Winnipeg helps our position with the pick thing. So there you go. Win-win deal. Nice. Screen that's thick. Just like the Canadians. Hockey only program where millionaires get sympathy for creating or for collecting a check. It's a joke. We get fired if we underperform normal folks, but then $10 million a year no matter how he performs. What a joke. Family seriously. Swerve and Orwin with the eyeballs. What's going on there? Swerve. The Canucks have now to go 29-6-1 to hit 96 points. What do you think, guys? What do you guys think? You think we can pull it off? Can you imagine? This city would be the happiest. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine if the Canucks go 29-6-1? Verhoff. A lot of people have him as the best defenseman in this draft. I have him as the second best defenseman in this draft. Personally, I have Reed ahead of him. We just found a reason why it comes in. I'll get away in trash. Duel. Sorry, brother. It looks like you're having a tough one today with the Canucks. But hey, we lost draft picks a little bit better, and we will get better over the years, man. So that's something to look forward to. Enjoy your evening, folks. Nice to have you in here, Duel. Have a good day, buddy. I would trade the one over all the 2 or 3 mid-round picks if he goes a midget. We don't need more people, one per line. Keep Garland and Hoglander. So the whole size discussion. Let me ask you guys, how important do you think size is in the NHL, especially in the top 6 position? There are a lot of good teams that have smaller guys that are performing extremely well. Some of the obvious names are like Cole Caulfield, right? Like he's a young guy, smaller guy, ripping it up, right? You can be small and have real heavy success on real good teams. So how important is it, especially in the playoffs? Really interesting take. Curious what you guys think. Kempner Canucks says, everybody hit that like button. It's free, and Doodle Hockey does a great job. Thank you, Kempner, my marketing professional expert. Thank you so much, man. That's really nice of you. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. That's really, really nice of you. Yeah, if you guys can hit that like, I'd really appreciate it. You too, there's only 3 likes. Yeah, it's tough to get people to like it, man. But it's okay, man. People are hanging out. They're lurking. They're listening in the background. It's all good, man. Ziegler, yeah. Remember Ziegler came back a little bit here recently. You think they're being overcoached? Explain. I think they're being overcoached when it comes to like creativity. I think at certain parts that maybe they're trying to act a little bit more defensively. It's still not working. We still don't know what their system is. But I'm talking about when it comes to like these young defensemen like Zeev Buyam. I don't know, man. I just why did he suddenly go from that first week where he's dynamic, like we saw him, how dynamic he was, then suddenly a week or 2 later, like he's playing it safe all over the ice. Maybe it's a confidence issue. Maybe he's just trying to do the right things, how they say, and then eventually he'll do the thing. I don't know, man. Like it's odd to me. So, yeah, well, fair enough. We got Nat Tolopio, so we have time. There's 2 strings. Yes. We have, we're doing this vertical and landmark. This is the first or second time we've ever done this. So I figured, why not? So you can see Hronik, but not PD. No, I see Hronik as well, he's cheaper. He's a true number 1 defenseman. And he's a guy who's going to hold that line. He's a veteran. He's a low maintenance guy. He doesn't bother anybody. Yeah, 100%. But like I wouldn't, like I said, man, I wouldn't trade Petey either. I'm on the no trade Petey. Most people want to trade him, man. Like not most maybe, but a lot of people I hear they want to trade him. Otto's out of their minds. Pinto for sure. Pinto's one of the guys I was talking about earlier on before the season that Canucks should have targeted. Garland's worth a first plus. Sherwood is worth a first. And Takerwood. First round pick. Isn't 29-6 Colorado's record? I'm not sure. We are almost guaranteed to tank. Size of the heart. Heart like Hyman. Quinn Hughes is a little guy, and he only looked little in the playoffs. Sive sees important for defense and goalies. Forward outskill and avoid a hit. Interesting. Broken record here. The Canucks need to fix the team culture. Have no idea how. Which is why so many people want to reset, right? There's so many people out there that want to just reset this roster, trade a lot of the guys that have been around for a while, and just go at it, you know? What's crazy is half the coaches, they'll never do the things the current superstar are doing offensively. I think Hronik's going to stay. We also got another little center in Rossi. You put him with Hoglander and Garland. We have a super midget line. I'll say this, man. Rossi can play the wing as well. So if we do pick up some guys in the draft that are centers, you could always move Rossi to the wing. That's something to think about there. All right, let's go over the stats here, man. So shots on goal, Ottawa doubled up on us. They have 40 over our 20. They killed us in the face-offs, 57 over 42. Penalty minutes, 4-2. It wasn't a big physical game out there. Hits, though, 25. Very rare. See, this is the Sherwood effect, right? He's not in the game. We lose the hating battle. Like, you don't see that very often. Block shots, 18-16. So they put in an effort there, blocking shots. Giveaways, 14-11, a little bit high. Takeaways, 5-5. Some interesting things to note here. Pettersson today, 15 minutes of ice time. What do you guys think about that? I think that's too low. Give him around 18 minutes. It's fine. Definitely should have more than David Kampf, who's at 15-50. I think that's the thing. Vander Kane had 16. They're showcasing him. I think it's pretty clear. I want to see Carlson get a little bit more minutes here. What else stands out here? Yeah, Carlson got the point. Pettersson got another goal, which was nice to see. Alturatu had 4 shots. Petey had the 3 shots. So Petey's starting to shoot again. DeBrusk had the 4 shots and 2 block shots. I like to see that. But hits, Nils Hoglander. So Hoglander today had 4 hits tonight. So that's something to look at. And then on the defense here, Pierre-Olivier Joseph, -2 tonight, 13. I don't think he was that bad, to be honest. So that's something interesting there. Hronik, once again, +1. 23 minutes of ice time. Guy's a star, man. Like, he's just a star. He's basically our best player every single game. I swear, like, I wouldn't trade him, man. I know some people even in here want to trade him. I wouldn't trade him. Bouillon had a much better game. He was sat last game. He much better tonight. 21 minutes of ice time. That was nice to see. Marcus Pettersson had a decent game today of 25 minutes. So it was nice to see Marcus Pettersson have a good game tonight. And Tyler Myers was okay. Mancini, I thought was okay. He had 1 pretty big turnover, but I thought he was fine. Lankinen, arguably our best player tonight, if not our second best player tonight behind Petey. Lankinen was a wall for us. He's actually been playing real good now for a while. This last, I would say, like what, 5 to 7 starts he's had, maybe a little bit more. He's been really back. He's back. Like, Lankinen is back. Very nice to see. And that's something interesting there. All right.